difficult to draw critical conclusions from the limited overs leg of this India-Sri Lanka series because I got the feeling, especially post Dharamshala, that the Sri Lankans were engulfed by a wave of hopelessness. I didn't ever get the feeling that they were taking the field thinking, you know what, we're going to stick it up to India. You know what, we're going to beat them. We've got the ability. I didn't get that feeling. And as the limited overs leg wore on, the captain's comments started getting more defensive. People just started playing shots that I don't think they would have played otherwise. So it's a little tough to draw conclusions, but there's still 3 or 4 that I was very happy about. And to me, number one was the continued progress of Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav. They continue to give you wickets in the middle overs, and I actually believe they're benefiting enormously with having MS Dhoni behind the stumps while they're bowling, because Dhoni is absolutely the master of developing slower bowlers, his insights, his thoughts, little words that come across that you sometimes hear on the stump mic. So I think they're growing enormously, and the fact that whether it's Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma, they let Dhoni be Dhoni. I think all the bowlers are benefiting, not just these two, but Hardik Pandya as well. I thought India playing 5 bowlers consistently, especially in the T20 games, was a huge vote of confidence. Also, it was telling each of the 5 bowlers, you know what, we don't have any backup for you. So you better deliver your 4. And so they were thrown into positions of responsibility. We saw that in Indore, for example. Both Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav, wet ball, small boundary, were vanishing for 4s and 6s. There was no one else to go to, so they had to come back. They came back and they turned the match around, and I think they'll have become better bowlers as a result. None of us were convinced that Hardik Pandya is a regular 4 overs bowler in T20 cricket or a 10 overs bowler in ODI cricket. But the message going to Hardik Pandya was, that's it. You have to deliver 4 overs, and he just grew as the series went along, just getting a better and better bowler. We saw that with Jaydev Unadkat as well. Mighty impressive, no doubt at all that he was going to be the player of the series after that performance in T20 cricket, and I agree. Jaydev Unadkat simply has to be in the running for a spot in the ODI game as well. I thought Lokesh Rahul grew a little bit, Shreyas Iyer a little bit in different forms of the game. KL Rahul in T20 is far too good a player. You have to find room for him in one-day international cricket. He can't spend his brightest years being a backup opener, not being in the ODI side and just playing T20 cricket. And Shreyas Iyer will have learned that he's got some way to go in T20 cricket as well. So those were the things. My final comment was Rohit Sharma as captain. I think he just grew into his role to the extent that you search around on the ground, you were not looking for Virat Kohli because you could see who was in charge. So I thought Rohit Sharma grew as a captain. So these are the 4 or 5 things that I thought emerged out of this limited overs leg. But like everybody else, like all of you, I wish it was tougher competition and then we could draw more conclusions about these players. We've run quite a few videos on this channel now, and I've been told that you quite enjoy them. So if you really do, why don't you like, why don't you share, why don't you leave a comment behind, and do subscribe to the channel.